motherfucking Moses. We the Bang TV. This video is about snitches. Snitches, how to know if you're dealing with a snitch, a symptom of a snitch, bitch, and not necessarily what you can do about it, but I mean, knowledge is power, you know? I just smacked the shit out that fly. But anyways, first of all, how do you know if you're dealing with a snitch? What do snitches look like? Snitches know everything. Snitches know all the gossip. They know about where everybody works. They know about where everybody lives. They know about who's pregnant. Snitch, snitch, snitch. You know what I mean? You got yourself somebody who knows everything about everybody all the time. You just gotta ask yourself, like, bro, why did you know everything about everybody's life? You know what I mean? Why do you feel like you need to know that? Why do you know that? Like, if these people know everything, like they're getting paid for it or as if they're making money for it, they probably are. You know what I mean? Just think about what people do for money. This person is collecting all this information like somebody's paying him to do it. That's probably the case. Next, snitches know a lot of people. Snitches know everybody. Why? Because that's their job. These two things I just stated, this is their job, you know? Snitches are like spies. They are spies. They're spies. Alright, so next, they're very mysterious. People don't know shit about snitches. People have never been in these people's houses. They don't know how they make their money. They don't know where they work. They don't know what they do with their free time. They never just see them walking around. They always get invited places, you know what I mean? It's very weird. Next, snitches know a lot of females. Why? Because females know a lot of people. And females talk a lot. Females have a lot of information. Females have all that gossip. You know what I mean? They know all they do is talk about other people. I'm not the typical female. All they do is talk about other people. The typical female gossips a lot. So basically, it's like they're getting free money by hanging out with a lot of females. Alright, so next, snitches have a lot of weird numbers in their phones. Pizza Hut, UPS, the post office, Best Buy. Fuck do you need all these numbers in your phone for? That's weird, bro. Pizza Hut is code for Officer Piazza. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit. So next, snitches. Some snitches may proclaim that they don't have a fucking phone. Why don't you have a phone? You're a grown-ass man and you got kids and you don't have a phone. That's because your phone is filled with goddamn weird-ass numbers and they don't want to leave that shit somewhere. They don't want to risk accidentally letting somebody borrow that shit when they just called the police or texted the police. You know what I mean? Weird, right? Next, snitches are either always in trouble or never in trouble. They're either always on probation. I can't do that. I can't be doing that, G. I'm on probation. Nigga, you've been on probation since 1996. Fuck are you talking about? Or they're never in trouble. The best thing is when everybody in the crew starts to get caught, but you and that snitch, and then they want to stop hanging out with you. One time, bro, no lie, everybody got locked up in my crew, and when I say my crew, I mean like a good 5 to 8 people. Let me see. Me. 5 people. No, we'll say a healthy 8 people. Out of 8 people, 6 of those motherfuckers got locked up in about 2 to 3 months, and at one point, 5 of them were locked up at one point, at one time, except for me, and I got locked up right, right after they got out. March. I got out in, if they, okay, so they went in, we'll say October, November, December. November, December, they all were, by December, they were all locked up. I went to jail February, got out. I went to jail in January, got out in February. Everybody got banged up at one point except for one motherfucker. Not because I'm not even gonna speak on that, but that it was obvious. You know what I mean? It was fucking obvious. And it's not like we were fucking big ballers or anything like that. I was, but it's not. But he didn't know that though. This person, he or she, didn't know that. But whatever. Next, a snitch is always in beef, always having conflict with people. Why? Because there is either because somebody knows they're a snitch, because they have the aura and the essence of a snitch, and that bullshit spills out to everybody, and they just express their life essence. They express their life force in that dirty, shitty way, and they always have problems with people, or they're trying to create these beefs as a decoy to make them look like they're harder, make them look like they're with the shits, and to make people want to be. I mean, beef doesn't make the homies want to be around you and protect you and love you and coddle you. Beef wants, beef makes people want to not be around you, but snitches have weird ass friends, so you know that's a little different. Next, snitches often do a lot of drugs because, I mean, I would imagine that it's very stressful to be a snitch, to know that I'm hanging around all these gangsters and all these thugs, and trying to be fucking little Harriet the spy ass nigga, and I'm also in love with the police at the same time. So, you know, either this is gonna happen, or this is gonna happen. I'm having fucked up dreams and twitching and have PTSD because I got raped, and you still got, this nigga went to jail and still got raped in PC. How the fuck does that happen? Because you're a snitch. Next, I'm trying to take my life out of it. I'm trying to detach myself from this subject, but it's a very passionate subject for me. That's why you got cancer. Anyway, next, a snitch either does a lot of drugs or hates drugs for the obvious reason. You know, a lot of police don't like drugs, so that makes a lot of sense. Next, snitches, they don't go out. Why? Because there's a lot of people there's a lot of years that they're handing out. The average judge, I think, over the course of 20 years, hands out about shit. Don't quote me on this. I think the average judge over 10 years hands out about 200,000 years of time. So they sentence citizens to, in total, up to 200,000 years. So giving people life, giving people 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, 20 years, adds up to 20,000. Think about what this motherfucker is doing, and the fact that he's not a judge, doesn't have that much money, is not protected that much. You know what I mean? A lot of snitches are scary. They don't want to fucking do shit. You know, a lot of snitches have a lot of criminal opportunities. Hey, yo, I know this person, they don't lock the door. That nigga always leaving his car door open, blah, blah, blah. Always, man, I got this little fucking connect. I got this. Get the fuck away from me with that shit. Why don't you do it then? I'm on probation. See? Shit like that. That's why I don't trust your ass. I don't even know where you live, and you wanna tell me where to break into somebody else's fucking house? Fuck out of here. Alright, so next, snitches talk about hating snitches a lot. They have a passion. Some of them claim they just talk about killing, snitching, like doing all kind of shit. Like, you self-hating motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? That's just weird. That's just one thing. And then snitches, last two things, have weird ass habits and practice a lot of taboo. I'm talking about shit like, it's just a weird like, if you ever seen the movie Underworld, that weird dude that's a fucking, I think he was the weird dude that's a Lycan, that they brought to the temple, not the temple, the fucking mansion, and he was in the place where they were gonna resurrect Marcus and the other big dude, that weird creepy little motherfucker, or like the dude from 300 with the Quasimodo ass dude. Yeah, like shit like that. That kind of profile when you're just like, you're just a weird little creepy guy. Like that shit. Like it's just the person that's just like, if you have sex, what's gonna happen? Like the person that just like you think like, do you have a micro penis, or like, like you just know it's some weird shit. Like this person's a hermaphrodite or something, or they accidentally cut your dick too much when they circumcised you at birth, or you just something weird about this person. You know what I mean? And the last thing is, nobody knows how this person gets money. Motherfuckers start getting locked up, and then this motherfucker gets money. That's weird. It's not a coincidence. 3 people get locked up that you know in 2 weeks, and then this nigga wants to call you talking about bottles. Oh no. Stay home, bro. You stay home. Just think about it. You don't have to be too observant. If you watch this video again and you start to analyze everybody, that's just gonna eventually make you a little paranoid. But you know what? That's good. That's what's supposed to be happening. You're supposed to not trust anybody. You know, if you exhibit a lot of these signs, that doesn't mean shit, really. But all of them, if you have a lot of these symptoms, or like 90% of them, just realize you know who you are. But there's people out here who exhibit that you know, and you know have 100% of these symptoms, and it hurts you in your heart to know that, damn, my nigga can't be the snitch. But I mean, it hurts to figure that out, but that's just what it is. You know, I mean, nothing lasts forever, bro. All these friends and all that shit. Hey, if you're trying to get the money, that's really all that. I have friends and all that. Motherfuckers will snitch on you. This is a business, bro. Snitching is a business. It's a career. All these people want to fucking do gangster ass shit, and then they hear that single digit number, and, wait a minute, hold on, give me 3 months, I'll bring you somebody, I'll bring the whole team down, I don't give a fuck, and you're gonna give me $100 a head for every hour that they go in, bro. Anyways, man, it's AaroniMoses. I don't know if you got a snitching. Symptoms of a snitch. Alright, man. Peace.